Hey guys, I'm Lynnie with Sunflower Spirit Tarot, and I'm here with the message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements. This is just going to be a general message, so whatever I see is what I'm going to read. But the theme for this week is what's holding you back, okay? So what's keeping you from living the life that you want to live, from becoming the person you want to be, all right, Sagittarius? And I want to apologize in advance, I don't live alone, so you might hear some background noise. All right. Messages for Sagittarius, the most important messages, predictions, and happenings to, for, from, about, and around Sagittarius in regards to what is holding them back. What is keeping them stuck or stagnant? What is holding them back from reaching their full potential at this time? What do they need to know, see, or be aware of so that they can move forward? We're illuminating so that we can overcome. That is the whole point of this reading, because if you don't know, then maybe you won't know how to overcome it. Maybe you won't know how to beat it. Maybe you won't realize that you can't go around it, you can't go under it, you got to go through it. You know, we won't know until we see, right? You might already feel it intuitively, that you're kind of in this waiting room, or you feel like your life is kind of on hold. And if you feel that way, there might be a message in here for you guys. So, let's see what's going on for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and any other significant placements. What is holding them back? Let's see. We'll do a couple more and get started. One more. All right. Great. Nine cards for Sagittarius. What is holding them back? First card out is the Eight of Wands. We got the Chariot. And the Fool. Some of you guys are being encouraged to take a chance, take a risk, but there is confirmation coming in, or some sort of truth that's going to like give you the green light. But honestly, you might not even need the green light, okay? You might just need to go ahead and take that leap, take that jump. We got the Three Cups after the Justice card. What else do we have for Sagittarius? We got the Eight of Cups. Okay, interesting. Some of you guys are in pursuit of a higher joy, or of a higher calling, or a higher fulfillment, a higher prosperity. But it's a path that you're going to have to walk alone. Got the Four of Cups. That's the overall energy. You got to make peace with this. You might be wondering, why is my phone so dry? Why doesn't anybody hit me up? Why did I have to cut everybody off? Because this is a road only you can walk. This is a road made only for your 2 feet. Clarifying the Four of Cups, we got the Hierophant. Been there, done that. That might be how you feel about a lot of things, about a lot of the experiences that you've had. Two of Pentacles. Last but not least, we got the Five of Pentacles. I think you might be trying to understand what role you played in the more negative experiences, or the more draining experiences, or the experiences that you've had in your life that have caused you to suffer or struggle. You might be trying to understand what part you played, and how much of how much of your hand was a part of those experiences, how much of those you created. The hidden energy here is the Seven of Pentacles, though. I think you have a life that you're trying to create, right? A higher joy, a higher calling, a higher sense of self or purpose, or something that that you aspire to, something that you're trying to create on your own, right? And not necessarily that you're trying to create it on your own, but this is something that can only be created by you, right? It's going to take time. It's going to require you to be patient. Maybe you have a tendency to be impulsive. Maybe you have a tendency to rush, to jump, to take the risk, right? But you've gotten the green light on something. You've gotten some good news about something that is putting you in a position to have to sacrifice something else. Okay, so for those of you, when I was saying earlier, take the risk, take the leap, you're going to get the truth about something that's going to confirm that it's like the green light. It's ready for you. Like, it's your time to go. But at the same time, Green Day, I walk a lonely road. I walk a lonely road. Na, na, na. That song, for those of you who know that. For 25 and up, maybe even 30 and up, y'all know what I'm talking about. Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna sing. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sing. But y'all know what I'm talking about. I wish I knew the name of that song. I would tell y'all to look up the lyrics. But with this Eight of Cups, this is somebody who's walking away from a situation or environment, a circumstance, right, that is no longer suitable for them, that they no longer enjoy. It's almost like there's this thing that happens when you're on this path, and it happens over and over and over again. Some people who have only experienced this one time think there's just going to be this one time where this happens, and then the rest of your life is just going to be joy, joy, joy. But for some of us out there, this is a cycle that's going to repeat itself over and over. And the cycle that I'm referring to is where you create this new life for yourself. You have new friends, and you have these new experiences, and you have this new career, or whatever the case may be. There's always a focal point, right? I tend to see the different parts of my life, or the different chapters in my life, based on what job I had at the time, right? So I remember whole phases of my life based on where I was working at the time. So you might do that as well. You might have like a kind of mental landmark for all of the, phases or chapters in your life, and that make it very distinct for you. It might be the same one as mine, right? But this is what I mean. So like I'll give you guys an example from my life. When I would start a new job, right, I would learn. The new job would be exciting, right? I'm learning this new thing, and because I learn new things quickly, I would become like this person that everybody was like, oh wow, she's so great, oh she's so amazing, she's such a good employee, blah blah blah, whatever. I'm so used to that, right? And that's part of the reason why I like getting new jobs. Okay, just a little stroke to the ego. Then I would make friends with the people that I worked with. So we would start going out, we would start having experiences together, and then at some point there would be some guy I worked with that I connected with, that I really liked, that I really enjoyed, and then we would start some sort of thing. And then all of a sudden it would just kind of fall apart. And it wouldn't fall apart like instantly. It would just start to crumble slowly until there was just nothing left. And once I left the job, I never thought about it again. I never looked back. I never worried about it ever again. And I say that to say this. That's what's happening for you right now. I feel like you tend to go through these cycles where you maybe start that job and you make those friends, or you have that relationship, and then it all just kind of fades and withers away. And then eventually you just have to kind of move on and go off to another adventure. You might be tired of this. You might be really tired of this, of starting over all the time and making friends and losing friends and starting relationships and ending relationships. You might be really tired of this cycle. But every time you go through this, you're learning something new about yourself. So I don't want you to discount how much you're learning and how much you're understanding and how much wisdom you're gaining from going through these cycles and going through these moments of just having to pack up and start again and pack up and start again and all this stuff. Maybe try to remember the joyful moments. I'm not saying to glamorize your past, but try and focus on the times that were fun or fulfilling or interesting, or the moments where you maybe stepped outside of yourself and showed yourself how competent you were, how intelligent you were, or how adventurous you were, how exciting you were, how amazing you are to be around. You can go places, you can meet people, you can have different relationships, and even though they don't last forever, you'll always have these stories, and these people will always remember you, okay? So don't think that all of these experiences were for naught, or they didn't serve a purpose, or it was just a bunch of reckless behavior that never got you anywhere, because I guarantee you, there's something on your path or something that you're meant to do that will call upon all of the different experiences that you've had in your life, all of the different relationships that you've had, all of the people you know, all of the things you can network probably in 3, 4, 5 different career fields. You probably know people to get your foot in the door anywhere you want to go, anywhere you want to be. You probably know somebody who's done anything you could think of to do. And if you don't, then you're going to meet somebody, or you're going to learn something on your own and then meet people in that environment. I'm not really sure what your next adventure, your next journey is going to be, but try to go into it as optimistically as possible. You are in a position in your life to really dictate the course of your life. And if you decide that everything was worthless and pointless, then your experiences will continue to feel worthless and pointless. But if you think about your past in a way that it empowers you, then it will continue to empower you and fuel you as you move forward to do other great, wonderful, amazing things. So don't ever feel like because you have to leave these things behind and you have to keep repeating this cycle over and over again of picking up and putting down. It doesn't mean that you're disposable, okay? It doesn't mean that you're easily replaced. It doesn't mean that you don't have a place in this life. It means that you're the great traveler, the great wanderer. You're the fool. You got the knapsack on your back. You're not attached to really anything. And sometimes that can feel heavy or hurtful or sad because we got this 5 of Cups here, right? It can feel like a lot of things. And it's not always fulfilling. But just try to focus on the joyful moments whenever you're feeling like it wasn't worth anything. Because you've had so many experiences and you know so much now. You know, no knowledge is wasted knowledge. Mom said that to me one time and I've just remembered it ever since. All right, let's clarify this Ace of Wands. Wow. I usually don't use this many. You don't want to start over. We got a 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. You don't want to start over. You don't want to. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the good news that you are going to get is really it's going to change things for you. You might be getting a new job. You might be moving. There's some phase of your life that is over when this begins. Okay. So when you get the confirmation that this is happening for you, there's some phase of your life that will be over. Okay. Because we got the Death card clarifying this Ace of Wands. So there's transformation, there's massive change happening, and you might have to abandon everything that you've known or done or seen up till this point, right? It's talking about this Fool card energy starting over with a knapsack on your back, right? It is time. And there's always going to be a little grief there, right? When you're ready to move or transition from one thing to another. We also have the 8 of Swords here. So it's almost like you don't really believe or you're not really willing to accept that it's time for this. It might feel like it's happening really fast or it's happening too fast. I'm not really sure. But whatever this is, it's opening up this new path for you to go down. And for some reason you're like, nope, I'm not ready. I don't want to hear it. Not yet. Maybe there's something that you have attached yourself to or that you've really invested in with your current friend group, your current career, your current, whatever your circumstance is. Maybe there's something that you feel really personally invested in when it comes to that. And nobody's saying you have to sever your ties with these people. Nobody's saying you have to sever your ties with your environment or your circumstances unless they're not good for you. But I don't see any indication of that. Some of you are not drinking anymore. Some of you are not smoking anymore. Some of you are kind of letting go of your party ways, right? They might be having some physical repercussions for you. Some of you might be deciding to change your lifestyle altogether. And then maybe it would be in your best interest to kind of cut things off with some people who kind of indulge in the things that you're no longer trying to indulge in. But if there's no harm or and there's nothing bad that's going to happen if you stay connected to this situation, these circumstances, these people, but you still allow yourself to move forward, then you'll be fine. So what's holding you back? You, because you are tired of, like I said, the continued cycle of death in your life. Death and rebirth and death and rebirth. It is a theme that, me personally, I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm very familiar with this concept. I'm very familiar with this idea of like starting again and picking up and new adventures. And it does get tiring. It does get really draining after a while. But then you just have to continue to remember that when you're ready to settle down, you will. We got the Page of Swords here, clarifying this Ace of Wands as well. You're going to be right back to learning something new, a brand new student, eager and invested, vigilant, ready, like standing guard. You're like, whatever it is, whatever's coming your way, you're ready to catch it. But at the same time, you're still, it's like there's a part of you that's really excited and very eager. And then there's a part of you that's just not ready to change quite yet. We got the Two of Swords as well. This is that kind of plug in your ears kind of energy that I was talking about. Like, no, not yet. I'm not ready yet. You're not emotionally invested in this new beginning as of yet. You're excited, I think, on a superficial level, but you might understand how much work it's going to take because we also have the Three of Pentacles. So this is a new project. You're getting the green light to do something new or to continue a continuation of something that you've already been working on a new level. Okay. I think you're going to learn a lot. Your perspective on things is going to shift. It's going to change. One thing I have enjoyed about working a lot of different jobs in my life is that you get to see a lot of the ways in which things work, how the world works, how things move, how this gets from point A to point B and back again, right? I think that's what you're going to learn in this new path or this new chapter that's opening up for you right now. It will change your perspective. It will allow you to zoom out and see more of what maybe you were missing. I think that you are expanding your wisdom, but I think you do need to drop any kind of baggage or conflict that you have about moving forward, because Spirit is saying this is going to happen. Okay, Spirit is telling me this is going to happen, and you're going to have to make some sacrifices. That's it. Do you want it or do you not? Okay, and I think 99% of the time you're going to say I want it. So don't let that 1% of the time where you feel like maybe you're not ready for so much change, or maybe you're not ready for things to be different, right? To make you veer off your path and regret not taking the chance when it came to you, or not seizing the moment or the opportunity when it was presented to you. Let's clarify this 5 of Cups for Sagittarius. We got the 4 of Wands. Yeah, your sense of safety and security. That's what you're going to have to give up. Like I said, some of y'all might be moving. And I don't know if you're moving house, moving town, moving to a different state, a different country. I don't even know. But yeah, you're emotionally invested in this sense of security that you've created for yourself. And all of a sudden, you've got to start over again. I totally get that, and I totally understand. The 4 of Wands, all 4s talk about security, stability. But the 4 of Wands, especially to me, because it's the home card, it's the marriage card, it's the union card. It's talking about things that are there, life partners and homes and like comfort zones and all that kind of stuff. It's a place where you feel warm and fuzzy and accepted and understood and appreciated. And now you're going to have to give that up just to have to prove yourself again in a different arena, a different career, or a different level of whatever it is that you've been doing. You've been totally emotionally invested in this. Just under this Queen of Cups, we got the Empress. But that's what's like, that's your like superpower or something. Is your ability to connect to things that you care about so deeply, right? And allowing them to pour back into you in return. You know what I'm saying? With the Empress here, I think you're going to be very abundant and very successful and very attractive, and you're not going to have to work nearly as hard as you have worked to get here. It's going to be a different kind of work, but I don't think it's going to be so hard. I don't think that you're going to have to continue to assert your dominance. I don't think you're going to have to be in a position to be like, hey, I'm here and I want attention and I want a raise and I want this. I think that the things that you are trying to manifest or attract into your life are going to just start pouring into your life. And Spirit is asking you to sacrifice your comfort zone, whatever that means, friends, family, relationships. I'm not saying you need to cut off anything that is beneficial for you. But if it doesn't serve this new chapter, this new leg of your journey, if it no longer serves who you're trying to become, then it might be time to just let it go. But only you will know what you need to let go of and what you need to keep with you. But things are about to change. You're going to say yes in a big way, and you're not going to be sure about it all the way through, but you will be successful. All right, Sagittarius, this is what I have for you. I hope that this was helpful or enlightening in some way. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye.